Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel where wellness and intention are at the center of everything. 2023 is just under 2 weeks away, and so I know if you clicked on this video, you're thinking about your goals for next year. So if you have issues with actually achieving your goals, whether it be because of inconsistency or a lack of motivation or even just not knowing what to do, keep on watching. I'm sure you've heard this before if you love setting goals, that goals cannot be achieved without a system behind them. And the system that has really helped me in the past year, I actually got it from a book called The 12-Week Year. And that's a book that you definitely should invest in if you're looking to actually achieve your goals within a system and actually achieve your vision that you have for yourself. I'm going to break down what I learned from the book and what I've applied to actually achieve my goals this year. So number one is actually having a vision in mind. You want to think about 3 years from now, 5 years from now, and actually write it down. Write down where you see yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, romantically. What type of lifestyle do you want? Where do you actually see yourself being in order to achieve your legacy and actually leave behind an impact? Think about all of that. Write it down. It can be a whole page long, 3 pages long. Make sure that you actually attribute your feelings into it and really think about and envision where you're going to be 3 or 5 years from now. Don't make it much longer than that. Keep it to 3 to 5 years and write it down and include all parts of your life and where you see yourself being. Truly envision it and let it sit in. Once you have your vision, sit down and highlight the goals that you see that you're actually writing down. Whether it be, let's say it's materialistic and you own 3 beautiful Ferraris or something like that. Or maybe it's more metaphysical where you've achieved, enlightenment and you're really just understanding yourself and you're so connected to yourself. Truly envision that and pull those goals out of your vision so that you have all of your goals written down for what you need to actually achieve that 3 to 5 year vision that you have. So this is where the 12-week year actually comes into play. So as it sounds like, you have a year that's broken down as 12 weeks. It's not your typical 52 weeks. You have 12 weeks to achieve your goal. So in each of these 12-week blocks, you want to set 3 goals in order to actually achieve those goals. You don't want anything more than that. You want 3 goals or less for these quarters. So you'll have these 12-week years throughout the year, which means that you'll have 4 12-week years. And within each 12-week year, you'll have 3 goals that you're achieving. So really try to keep your goals that you're writing down for the year as 12. And so when you write down your 3 goals, you then want to think of the strategies that you need to implement in order to get to those big goals. So let's say one of your big goals is to save $10,000 in 2023. Let's bump it up to 20. Let's say you want to save $20,000 in 2023. You need to think about the strategies that you need to implement in order to get there and make sure that you put a date on it. If it's a weekly thing that you're doing, let's say depositing $3,000 or $2,000 into an account every week or bi-weekly, whatever your strategy is, make sure that you write that down. Make sure that you write down that it's a weekly goal. And if there's a date for it, like let's say you don't have a savings account yet and you need to open one, make sure that you put a date on that. So if your first 12-week year is January 1st to March 31st, then you do want to make sure that you say, okay, by January 2nd, I will have a savings account open. And I really like to use charts and tables for this, but you could choose any method to do it in order to truly achieve your goals and know what you need to do to get there, whether it be weekly, daily, by a certain date. You want to know what you need to do, when you need to do it, and what is actually leading up to. And throughout doing all of this, you want to make sure that you keep in mind your why. Why are you actually trying to achieve these goals? And it all goes back to your vision. Your vision has to be that strong that you will get up in the morning and do what you need to do, that you will save that money that you want to save, and everything has to go back to your why. Next, you want to make sure that you have a measure with each of your goals. So let's say, again, going back to the saving money, your measure would be how much money you're actually saving. And so week by week, you can go back on Saturday, Sunday, review what you've done for the week and see where you fell short. And if your measure is money and you've been saving money and you haven't reached the benchmark that you thought you'd reach by that point, you need to sit down and ask yourself some questions, see what you can do the next week. And it's the same for any other type of goal and measure that you're using. Once you have your vision written down, along with your goals, your strategies, and you have this whole big document or written out plan of what you're gonna do, there's really no reason that you shouldn't be achieving your goals. You have this amazing vision that you've written down, that you've visualized, that you've felt, and you know that you can do it. You know that you're able to become whatever you've written down in your vision. And so the only thing stopping you at this point is you. You need to look at your vision and your goals and know that you can achieve them because you've written it down. So the only thing from there is for it to come to fruition, for it to come to life. And you will be the needle mover in all of that. Next week, I'll be going into vision boarding and how I go about that if you want to watch that video. But for now, let me know what you thought about this in the comments, and even leave a goal that you have for 2023. I'd love to hear about that. Let's speak our goals into existence. See you next time.